Imagine you wake up every day with 100 energy credits. You cannot buy more, and you cannot borrow them from the next day. You can only decide how you want to invest them in. Okay? Now, imagine you wake up in the morning, and the first thing you do, you check your emails. 10 credits gone. Because it's important, because you run your startup and you need to know what's going on, okay? Now, the next thing you do is you check your WhatsApp messages. Oops, another 10 gone. Then you may prepare your breakfast or not. You may go to work. On the work, you start checking in some stuff already. Then you have your first meeting that's coming up. And first one leads to the second, the third, and you have a meeting. You have already done 3 meetings, 4 meetings, no breaks. Oopsie, another 10% gone. Again, your focus starts drifting. You start to focus on something, and then you let yourself distract by a chat message that's coming in. You need to take care of something urgently. Another 10 gone. And that goes on the entire morning. You are trying to get some work done, but there's so many needs that you need to take care of. And instead of prioritizing your own needs, you just prioritize somebody else's needs. So your focus keeps shifting. And now it's, while it's not even noon yet, and I only have 40 energy credits left. And so how are we going to run the entire day through that? And most people go through life, through the entire day, with just 30%, 40 energy credits left, because that's how we know it. That's what's maybe expected of us. That's what we think is the way to handle work, because everyone else does it, and the expectation is to respond straight away. But here's the thing, where focus goes, energy flows. And now, all of us, we live in a world where that's driven by AI and by technology. So the expectation is to respond quickly, to always be available, to always be on. Now, there are a lot of things throughout the day that happen, like I just demonstrated, that will basically lead to the fact that your energy keeps dropping. And as such, that's not a bad thing, because we all, we use energy, and we need to recreate it. But let's look into where your energy credits disappear all day long without you even realizing or taking advantage or even knowing that this may subconsciously affect the way you process information, the way you feel, the way you communicate, the way you are being productive. And the first one is the complex workspace we live in. You have not just your email program, you have your Slack messages, the constant notification that's come in all the time. And I'm not talking about 50 or 70. Sometimes you get 100 messages throughout the times, because we oftentimes check Slack message is how are you? Then you write another message, and then you keep writing messages, right? So that's the first thing that can overload us. That's leaking to energy to drop, to our focus to go somewhere else. The second thing is putting out fires. Startup life. New client comes in. Okay, you had the first call, and you need to prepare an offer. ASAP. The client wants to buy tomorrow, but you have 5 other clients to take care of, right? So how do you prioritize? Well, you start doing it faster. Or you have a project problem. Your manager comes to you and says, can you please help me solve this problem in the project? So you stop what you're doing, and you're basically putting out fires. And who here puts out a lot of fires during the day? Last minute needs, may not even be your own problem, but somebody else needs something from you, okay? The third thing is we go through meeting marathons all day long. One call leads to another. How many here can relate to that? 5, 6, 7, you don't even remember anymore, right? You hop from one call to the next. And then at some point you may take a lunch break, or maybe not. This can, if you don't have space in between, this will take away your energy. Now, multitasking. Who here loves to multitask? Huh? Beautiful. Multitasking. Well, it looks like we cannot work without multitasking, without constant switching anymore. It's kind of needed in today's world. But just remember this, our brain is a fantastic biocomputer. But it is not made to do 10 things at the same time. It works best. You can unleash your fullest potential. Its fullest potential if you focus on one thing at hand. Content task switching, we're not made to do that. It's just, you must imagine every task that's open is an open tab in your brain. And then you have all these open tabs, and then it takes all this energy. Now, doom scrolling. Who here feels like in the evenings, you served everyone's needs, and finally you have some time for yourself. And what do you do? Well, we'll check Instagram or maybe LinkedIn. And then you start scrolling, and poops, an hour's gone. Wasted, completely wasted time. You don't even know what you were supposed to be doing beforehand. Now you can't sleep anymore because something is troubling you that you read, something you compared with yourself, as an example. And then the last thing is worrying. We worry about things all the time. We often feel stressed. And how often do these things really manifest? But we worry about you in Telefónica. You're in a really delicate situation right now. There's so much happening. You don't know. The future seems to be, I don't know what's going to happen, right? That may worry you financially, your job. Those who have startups, you don't know. Do you get the revenue in to keep growing? Will the investors stay? There's a lot of worry. Now, all of this will take energy away from us. And now to make this point a bit more clear, because there's a lot of study, or there are studies around this that demonstrates this. What really happens behind? Microsoft does every year a trend index where they survey people across the world and ask different kinds of questions. And one question in the past years was always about your energy level and how you focus and your health. And in this study, in this survey, just guess this, 80%, you know how much it is, 80%? There's only 20 missing to 100. Say they do not have enough energy or time to get their job done. And I'm talking not just managers, also leaders. I don't have enough time, I don't have enough energy. They complain. At the same time, 53% of leaders say, well, productivity needs to go up. It's a paradox. How is that working? Now, just imagine this. How often do you get distracted every day? Every distraction can lead to a 23% of time loss. Now imagine this, you're in the flow, you're working on something, like Chiara, you're working deep work on something, then I come in and I say, do you have some time? And you say, yes, I do. And then you get distracted from what you were doing. So this can take up to 23 minutes. There's a study done at the University of California. Now guess this, you get interrupted 3 times a day. You lose 1 hour, more than an hour. If you multiply this by the end of the year, you know how much time is gone? Almost 1 full working week. 30 days gone. Just gone, disappeared, poof. And why? Because you let yourself get distracted. Because at the end, it's always your choice. Do I want to get distracted or not? And the last thing is all these people who say multitasking is really fancy, and we need to multitask, and I need this, it's important. As I said before, the brain is not made to multitask, not during an extended chronic period of time. So this can reduce up to 40% of your productivity. Boops, going down. You think you're more productive with AI and more efficient? Think again, 40%, according to Stanford University and the American Psychological Association. Now, the thing is, how come that some people go through their day, they always seem to have a lot of energy, they seem to be in a good mood, every problem, there's a solution to every problem, they never seem to get sick, I don't know what they're doing. And then there are other people who are, always feeling tired, you get irritated slightly, you feel like you're not getting enough work done, you always feel like you're behind. So it seems to me that some people are investing their energy wisely, whereas other people are maybe focusing more on things that take energy away from you, that drain your energy. And now I want to do a little exercise with you, because I want you to now discuss, what are you investing your energy in? And I want you to imagine, before I put you in pairs, just imagine high return of invest, so things that give you a lot of energy when you do them. You can think through the entire day what that could be. Just giving some examples, moving, taking breaks. Basic stuff also. And then there's something that takes energy away from you. And I want you for 2 minutes go in pairs and just discuss what that is. What is giving you what is a high return? We're talking about investing your energy. How can I invest my energy wisely? Or how do I not do it? And just openly for 2 minutes discuss, and then we'll do a round of sharing. Got it? Good. So, by the way, stand up. So keep the energy up. Oh, yeah, you can just discuss, maybe the two of you, Christina. Yeah, because it raises your energy level. Yeah.
Ja, okay.
Be completely honest.
Oh mein Gott, das ist
ja 30 seconds left.
Ich finde es auch manchmal zum Beispiel, aber nicht gut, dass ich etwas für mich am Ende klar ist, Dauerzeit.
And you may come to a close and turn back to your seat.
Aber dann am Ende, wenn du
Okay, come back to our place. Come back to your seats. And now I'm curious. You had some lively conversations I like. Now, question for you. What are things that give you a high return of invest in your energy? What are things you do that help you? You just shout them out to me that are giving you energy, that give you a high return of invest in that sense. What are you doing during the day that will help you to recharge, to feel more productive, to stay more focused? Shout them. Come on. What are your findings?
Doing sports.
Sports, exercise, once. What else? Fresh air, exactly, especially in this building here. Yes? Yeah. Don't underestimate. Yeah. Social gathering gives you energy. Okay, perfect. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Walking along the park.
Walking in the park, going outside, moving your body. Mm-hmm. Reading. Yes. Perfect. Taking your mind elsewhere.
Listening to music.
Listen, exactly. Just imagine one song that really. Just imagine this one song. You just have this one. You just need this one song that kind of brings you to somewhere else, right? It reminds you of something, and it can shift your energy completely. Music. What else?
Being alone also.
Spending time alone. Yes. Without. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is taking energy away from you? Like what is like really draining your energy level? You're like, well, not good. Not such a good investor in this. Commuting. Okay. Yeah. Commute.
When I'm trying to do everything at the same time.
Doing parallel things at the same time. Yes, multitasking. Kioma?
Also multitasking and some last-minute tasks.
Yes, that always creates stress often in the brain. Taxes? How about your work day? When you go through your work day, even the things that I mentioned before, like, is some of this you feel like draining your energy?
Switching from meeting to meetings. Yeah. Meeting
Yes. Exactly. No breaks in between, huh? Just one meeting. Long meetings. Yes.
Meetings with too many people.
Meetings with too many people. Yes, too many people don't know what they're saying, why they're participating. Philip?
To be honest, basically everything that relates with a screen.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's good that we work on a screen, but if it's excessively screen, yeah.
No, but you go home and then you check your screen, another screen
Right.
again. Like
Exactly.
You check television or you check your phone and it's again a screen.
And you're like this. So, have you noticed on the street, like many people?
Yeah.
I mean, I do that sometimes as well. But there's always a question, a difference, if do I do this consciously now? Like I'm consciously, and then I stop myself and like, okay, I want to write this message, stop. Write the message and then continue going. But it's just so normalized now in our society, it feels like. So yes, Philip, thank you for pointing this out. One last share. Now, well, let's turn this back to what you can do. What can you do to start investing your energy in a way that is giving you return, that gives you prolonged, extended energy in your brain, that gives you more attention, that increases your attention span, that helps you to stay focused, that helps you to be productive and to get the stuff done. And the first thing, and it seems so obvious, I know, but it is true. We live in the attention economy. Have you heard of the phrase attention economy? So that means this is the currency of the 21st century. Our attention is the currency of the 21st century. Because tech developers, Silicon Valley technology companies know that they only have one goal. They want to keep you hooked. They want you to come back as many times as possible to their product, to their app. Look at all these apps, what they're becoming now. They're all like multiverses inside, like just crazy. Every app, I always like to give the example of Spotify. I listen to music, I've been using it for years. Now you can watch concerts and you can buy tickets and you see the song now in video format. It's crazy. They do as much as they can to get, so you go back, and it works because we are all addicted. Now, what can you do to protect your attention? You can start to really protect your deep work time, as an example. You set deep work slots, and when you do deep work, you are not available. Turn off your notifications. Do not disturb on Teams. If you're in the office, put on your headphones, something we could actually maybe do in the office. You have little like ampoule system where you have 3 colors, green, yellow, and red. And you know when you see a red color next to WAYRA means I cannot distract you. I mean, seriously. Again, how many times do you get distracted? It may be part of your job, it may not be. That could be something. Yeah, single tasking. Focus on doing one thing at hand. If you have some thought that pops up, write it on a piece of paper. And then you continue. Do this 10 minutes, whatever time you need, but do it. Prioritize attention. And we are building, listen to this, guys. I don't want to say we're manipulated, but in a way it is. We're training, our brain is being trained to lose focus. Every song is now shorter and shorter. Songs have less than 3 minutes now. Everything that's happening is done in a way so you get distracted. Listen to this, check out your day. Everything is made that way. But again, it's a conscious choice that you can make. So if you can, boundaries, have boundaries in place. It's so important. No, you do not have to respond. I'm doing a training session for Roche now, and they said, one person said in the training, I feel like when I read a chat message, I have the need to respond right away. Whereas when it's an email, I open it when I can. And maybe something to experiment with, because we write so many things now through chat messages, but maybe some things can be put back into email. So reflect your own behavior here. Do you feel the same way to always react to something that comes in? Because you will lose this game, seriously. It's a lost game. Because there will never be 0 emails in your inbox or 0 WhatsApp or messages in your chat. Never. Listen to this, never. And it's only speeding up. This is only speeding up. It's getting faster and faster. Now, the second thing is to invest in your body. And this is particularly for everyone here in the room who thinks that brain and body are not connected. I know I want to take this in a humorous way, but it is connected. You see there is a direct connection between your heart and your brain. So what you put in your stomach has an immediate effect. How much, the hours you sleep, what you do the hour before you sleep has a direct effect on your recovery. And Florian surely knows that. Why is recovery important? Why do you think recovery is important?
Why me?
Because I know you're doing it. You focus a lot on your own health. So why do you think recovery is important? How does it help you in your?
Although I can only explain it very naively because I don't.
Perfect.
Like the words. It's just a normal day can be very draining.
Yes.
Very draining, and I feel that, for example, sleep with me is super important. If I don't sleep well, and the hour before sleep, I agree, super important. If I watch YouTube shorts the hour before I sleep, I sleep not very tight. I don't. And
we need sleep. Our body is not just recovering, it's processing it. Information from your short-term memory gets put into your long-term memory. This is vital, and the older we get, and all of us are getting older every day, the more this is important right?
Thanks.
This is the more we
Thanks for remembering.
the more we focus on this. So you may sleep as many hours as you want. We're not talking about you need to have a certain amount, but what you do the hour before you sleep has a really immediate effect. And so many people feel physically tired at night, but mentally wired because we're stressed. Every stress that we have during the day, it releases cortisol, it releases adrenaline. So the body is constantly in a high stress state due to the screens, Philip. You said it wisely. So walking meetings, as an example. Who here practices walking meetings? Like instead of just 1-2 people, that's very little. Move your body. Move your body during the day. I'm not talking just about exercise. That's really important to set yourself up for the day or in the end. But what happens during the day, right, to create energy? Start moving your body much more. Go for a walk after you've had lunch. Make this a ritual. You can do this with your team. You don't have to be on a screen. You can just, if you don't share stuff, just listen and just walk. I listened to a really inspiring podcast this week, and they said in the podcast, what a claim. 93% of problems can be solved during a walk. May sound weird, right? No, but it's not, because you completely change. You cool down your nervous system. You start getting a different perspective. You start to get clarity again. When you have a problem, you cannot solve it the same way by trying to do it faster and asking AI. And it doesn't work because you're stressed. You cannot think creatively when you are stressed. Your brain is not able to think creatively when you are in stress mode. And you all know when you're stressed. Getting really hot here, it's an important topic. Hydration. Drink. Just 5% of fluid loss leads to lack of concentration during the day. Drink, not when you're thirsty, drink before. Now, and the last thing you can do is to protect your first 10 energy credits a day. Ooh, this is a type 1. This is an important one, just like in the evening. What does it mean? No inbox. No inbox. Not in bed. Not the first hour, ideally. No inbox. No social media, right? Practice it. Start practicing it. Protect your time. This is the only time you have for yourself before you start attending everyone else's needs. And this goes on like the moment you go to bed. Really be very adamant about these 10. Remember these energy credits here? They're important. Exercise, like you said already. Meditate in the morning. Calm down your nervous system. Do breath work. Do something that prepares you for the day. Not subconsciously, like consciously, intentionally. Intentionally prepare your mornings. This is so important to set yourself up for a really good, productive day. Nutritious breakfast. I mean, not talking so much about food here, but even the stuff you put in your stomach has a direct effect, We all know this. And now the fourth one, which I'm really excited about, because AI comes up with all these cool terms here. Create white space. Create white space. Allow space between your activities. Don't plan your entire day. Don't fill up every single gap. Allow room to breathe. Seriously, it's so liberating. It's so healing, because that gives you the space you need. And that means not doing back-to-back. Just adding in some moments. Go down, walk around the block. Do whatever you feel you need in that moment. And now there's a lot of information I've given you now, but the last question I want to leave you with is, or not question, reflection, is that remember that energy equals time. And time is finite. So choose to invest it wisely. Choose to really start using your energy intentionally, not just throw it away. And now the last question for you is, what is one investment that you can make tomorrow that will give you a high return, that will give you lots of energy back? Now I'd love you to share with me. What is that one thing you could start to do tomorrow?
No phone an hour before bed.
No phone an hour before bed. Beautiful.
Maybe taking small breaks between tasks.
Take small breaks between tasks, Christina, exactly. What are you willing to change? Because you're here for a reason. Why did you come here? Again, what's your intention for today? You came here for a reason. You wanted to change something. What is something really small you can do? Make it as easy as possible for you. Taking a walk over lunchtime, yes.
Analog alarm clock.
Yes. I highly suggest my Philips. I have a sunrise alarm clock. It's amazing.
So the phone stays out of the bedroom.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Reading a book before sleep.
Reading a book. Yes. Reading a book. Mm-hmm. Well, my dear friends, I hope that you're feeling a little more empowered and inspired to make some changes. Because remember, it's all inside of you. Nobody's coming. Ideally, people are coming to tell you, take a break, do this, do that. But it doesn't work like that anymore. It's only you who can make that change and the decision for yourself. And if you change that for yourself, everything else will change.